It feels like such a long time since the Walter Hill box set was announced, and of course as soon as it came in, I normally go through things chronologically as they're put in it, but I had to jump in to the 4K disc of The Driver. I love this film. It's been way too long since I last checked it out, and I just wanted to revisit this 91-minute pulsating thrill ride. I love so many things about this. I think the performances are terrific. I think the fact that you've got Ryan O'Neill as the driver, nobody has a real character name here. He's the driver. He is a man of few words, much action, who knows exactly what's kind of going on, likes to play the angles, and is trying his best to stay out of jail as best he can.
Some of the criminal types these days, they think that they're real cowboys.
But the counterpoint to the driver is the detective played by Bruce Dern, a man who loves to talk. He's very loquacious, always talking to people, always kind of berating them, always being very duplicitous in what he is saying, or very negative to people in what he's saying. He is a great antagonist, particularly as he is the cop of the piece, the man who will do anything to get his cowboy, which is Ryan O'Neill, the person that he is desperate to take down.
This is the quiet part of the hunt. Trap's all set. Cowboy's out there somewhere. Wouldn't be any fun if the cowboy just walked right into it, would it?
Throughout the course of the action, we see these two people kind of butt heads. The driver is always getting away with things, the detective is always chasing him down, and you get these phenomenally directed car chases which are wonderful. You can see the clear influence that this had on Drive as well, all the way through it. You're spending time watching these two men in a battle of wills. Who will win out? The detective plays some dirty tricks though. He's willing to bring in a couple of criminals to work with the driver on the sole purpose of catching him. And that's where things get a little bit sticky for most of our characters. Now, I love Bruce Dern in this. He is a character that should be the hero of most movies, but with some looks, with the right wrong comment, if you know what I mean, he makes himself look rather sleazy, rather sinister, as if a man who will do anything to get what he wants. If he has to catch this one criminal, he will break laws to make sure that that happens.
But I'm telling you something, I'm in this for the win. You blow this thing and you can say goodbye to your badge.
You know something? Maybe there's something I ought to investigate in your background, huh? Did you ever think of that? Some little item there?
He wants to catch him, and nothing will change his mind from that. Ryan O'Neill is a man who, or the driver is a man who has a set of skills, has a set of obligations to himself. He will only work under certain circumstances. He has morals. He has a code of honour almost of what he's willing to do, and it's really pushed throughout the movie and almost gets him into situations that he may not get out of.
I don't work with people like you. Or him.
But again, keeping this at 91 minutes, keeping it filled with action, with tension. There's not an ounce of fat on the film. It's got a great soundtrack on it. It's got these fantastic action set pieces. It's got sequences that are so wonderfully staged and delivered, where you're just on the edge of your seat waiting to see what happens. There is a moment where the driver goes to see the connection, and they're having a little conversation. And that's when the detective turns up, and he has to nip into another room, and the detective is really pushing buttons on the connection, and you can kind of see the driver in the other room weighing everything up, almost like a calculation of the way things are going to play out. The 4K on this is phenomenal. It's never looked better. It's Studio Canal print, so they're always amazing. The film is fantastic, with a great host of characters and supporting characters as well, but it's the driver versus the detective here, and how that plays out. I think the way it's shot is wonderful. This kind of idea of a rolling police headquarters, because it seems as if the detective doesn't have a precinct he's working out of. It's almost like a van in a bar, which just seems very odd, but it adds a different kind of spin and a nice texture to the film. And the way Hill shoots it is wonderful. There's a moment where they're walking down an alley, the detective and these other police officers, just as they're around a corner, and I just like the way it's framed and shot, and it's got so much energy even in just these kind of simple shots. Let's dive into the extras and have a look at what's on the disc. Here we are in the disc for the driver. Let's go to special features. First up, we've got an audio commentary with film historian and critic Matthew Asprey Gear. We have Cut the Chase, Bruce Dern on the driver, which was filmed this year, 14 minutes 50 seconds, and I could just listen to him go on for a lot longer than this, talking about his father, getting into filmmaking, working with legends. Next up we have Teeth Baird, Rudy Ramos on the driver. This is 6 minutes 20, talking with the actor that played Teeth in the film, his kind of connections with the director and with some of the stars, how we got on. Simplicity in Motion, Editing the Driver, interview with editor Robert K. Lambert, which is 15 minutes 48. He's just kind of again talking about, well, at the start he kind of goes on about how he starts with a blank page and kind of slowly pieces the film together, and it's intercut with some of the sort of well directed action pieces and some of the more still conversational pieces, and just how the dichotomy works between these. Walter Hull Masterclass featurette is 14 minutes 38, talking about his ideas of working within the film industry, how he became a writer by actually finishing writing his scripts. Interview with Walter Hull is 30 minutes 13. This is fantastic. He really just delves into the driver, filmmaking, how he kind of got his breakthrough role, how he went on to create even the cast names for this one, how he came up with not actual names but just, well, archetypes, I suppose. You have an alternate opening at 3 minutes 19. This basically introduces the player in a small sequence at the start, so we know what she's up to, and the detective. I think it was wise to get rid of this because it gives us a little bit too much information early on. Then we have teasers and the theatrical trailer, and that's the extras for the driver. There we have it, The Driver. Phenomenal film. If you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. If you like Drive, you'll like the precursor to that, The Driver, which is, a Walter Hill classic. Up there, not quite my favourite Hill, but up there. I would love to know your thoughts on The Driver, whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it. There is more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to the Patreon membership program and manvfilm.com, all ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.